All right, we got the car in. So I am going to dump the coolant and start taking the intake off and everything else. And I think I might clear some of this stuff off and make a, those are for my other lights. Start putting things away, organized, and get this thing ready to take apart and check out the head gasket situation. Yep. Matt, don't use Chinese head studs. Matt uses Chinese head studs. So I like PQI a lot, and I haven't done Chinese head studs in a long time, so I figured I would try these $50 PQI head studs. Because funny enough, I put LS9 head gaskets on, and I have a head gasket problem because I spent too much money on head gaskets. Anyway, we're going to do new gaskets and PQI studs if I can get them to fit, and hopefully we find a smoking gun when we rip this thing apart. Right? Having a simplified Fox body LS build cannot be understated how easy it is to work on. I took, what did I take out? Like 3 or 4 bolts for the whole blower bracket and pulled it off. And I forgot there's an idler back here for like the stock power steering thing, so I was able to remove that. I bolted it on and didn't even realize that till much later, and was like, what's the point in removing it? But now, so just like the hilarity of reaching in here to do your spark plugs just never gets old. I enjoy it every time. I wanted to share with you guys that have very difficult vehicles. Have fun with the very difficult vehicle. Interesting find, gentlemen. Only one. We got a nitrous car or what? What we got going on here? Yeah. Alright. Pulled the header out of passenger side. Driver's side goes through the dang old steering shaft, and it looks like I'll be able to get all the bolts, no problem. Hilariously, again, I don't even have to take my accessory belt off. Nothing is in the way of either cylinder head. I just had to take my crossover out, and there's a little nipple there where my steam vent was going back. I'm contemplating drilling another thing there for my coolant pressure, but I'm a believer that the upper rad hose is a better buffered place to get that measurement. So I'll be yanking these cylinder heads next and leaving those headers in. But yeah, moving right along. Doesn't take long. I'm happy with how I did my exhaust. Oh yeah, heads up, I will go over this. I need to go over the data, but I tuned another TorqStorm 5.3 swap S10, and I wanted to get that information also to do a compare and contrast. But moving along, won't be long till we yank these cylinder heads. We see if any are totally loose. Alright, so we yanked this head off, and it definitely looks like, you know, there's combustion leakage going on there for sure. And then if we look at the gasket, we have the mirrored occasion here. See that guy? Whew, toasted. See, that's a little bit of an issue here. You see how big this gasket is, the LS9 head gasket? And then also, I just used, I don't even know if all of these are head bolts, to be honest. Like, that one has more threads, and they were all pretty light, but I always do make them a little bit light, so again, maybe I'll see what Matt Miller is up to, and if I can drop these heads off with him, and see if they are warpy boyed. Alright, pulled out this cylinder head, and this gasket is mint. No problems with this guy. So literally just this guy. And this cylinder head wasn't as tight. I think I might have just slacked on torquing it, which would be hilarious, but very much so like me, I guess. That sounds cringy. Excuse me. So yeah, this side felt light, to be honest. So I probably should have gone back over them or something, or because maybe one of those yielded a little bit more than it should have yielded overnight or when it was pressed. Who knows? But usually that's not a problem for these things. So interesting. I'm gonna have Matt Miller deck these guys this week, and we're gonna see if they you know, have a funny shape at all. Maybe that cylinder head is a little bit warped. If it wasn't, it is maybe now. And maybe that's how it leaked. I don't know. We'll make up a ton of excuses and we'll throw the tuner under the bus later.